Welcome students. This session of accountancy is on share capital. The session provides you information about what is share capital and what are the constituents of share capital. We know what is capital. Capital is any amount invested in the business by the proprietor. In case of company, capital is usually large. So general public are called upon to contribute towards capital. But now the question is, how will they contribute towards capital? So what is done? The whole amount of capital is divided into small units. Those units are called shares. The general public, they purchase these shares and contribute their amount towards capital. As in the presentation you can see, the share capital means the capital raised by a company from issue of shares. We have already understood what is share. Let's read it. The total capital of the company is divided into units of small denominations and each unit is called a share. Individuals and institutions purchase these shares and contribute varying sums to the capital of the company. Now here I would like to tell you, although there are many individuals and institutions who purchase these shares and contribute towards capital, but no separate account is prepared for all individuals and institutions who purchase these shares. Only one consolidated account is prepared for all such contribution, which is called share capital account. Let us now understand the kinds of share capital. There are various terms used in connection with the share capital of a company. First term used in connection of share capital of the company is authorized, registered or nominal capital. All are same. There is just name given to the authorized capital. Now what is authorized capital? As the name suggests, authorized capital is the capital which a company is authorized to issue via its memorandum of association. Now you must be wondering, what is memorandum of association? Memorandum of association is the charter of the company. It provides the maximum amount which a company is authorized to issue to the general public. No company has authority to issue capital more than the authorized capital mentioned in the memorandum of association. Such capital is also known as registered capital because it is the capital with which company is registered. If a company wishes to issue more capital than its authorized capital, it first needs to alter its memorandum of association, get the altered memorandum registered, then can raise capital to the ceiling limit provided by the altered memorandum of association. So, the authorized capital is the maximum capital which a company can issue. Now we move on to issued capital. Issued capital is that part of authorized capital which is actually offered to the public for subscription. Wide public can purchase the share issued by the company to become the shareholder of it. The remaining capital is called unissued capital. After issued capital comes the subscribed capital. Now what is subscribed capital? The company can issue shares, but it is general public who subscribe these shares and contribute towards capital. That is why it is called subscribed capital. It is that part of issued capital which is subscribed by the public in general. When the shares issued by the company is purchased by the public and payment towards application is done by the public, that is called the subscribed capital. Now subscribed capital can be fully paid up or may not be fully paid up. when entire face value of a share is called by the public and also paid by the shareholders, It is called as subscribed and fully paid up capital. Now, how subscribed capital may not be fully paid up? There are two situations when subscribed capital may not be fully paid up. The first situation is that when the company has called up the full nominal value of the shares, but the shareholders has not paid some part of the nominal value of the share. And the second situation is that when the company has not called up the full value of the shares. Now, in both these situations, the subscribed capital may not be the fully paid up capital. Another term which is associated with capital is called up capital. As the name suggests, called up capital is that portion of subscribed capital which has been called by the directors for payment from shareholders. It may happen that directors may not call upon the full nominal value to be paid by the shareholders at once. Usually, they do not call upon. Directors call upon only that portion of capital which is required in the business. So, called up capital is that part of subscribed capital which has been called by the directors from the shareholders for payment. The last part of capital is paid up capital. The paid up capital is that portion of called up capital which has been actually received from shareholders. Usually, called up capital and paid up capital are same. But in some situations like when shareholders do not pay the amount of calls, only in this situation the paid up capital is less the amount than called up capital. Any unpaid amount is called call-in arrears. Now let us understand each term of share capital through an example. X Limited was formed with a capital of rupees 25 lakh divided into equity shares of rupees 10 each. Out of these, directors offered 20,000 shares to the public and called up rupees 6 per share and received the entire called up amount on the shares allotted. Now, rupees 25 lakh is the authorized capital with which company is registered. So 25 lakh is the authorized capital. Rupees 10 is the nominal value of one share. For example, if a person purchases a share of the company, he is liable to pay rupees 10 to the company. That means the total number of shares are total authorized capital divided by nominal value of one share. That is 25 lakh divided by rupees 10, that is 2,50,000. So the total number of shares is 2,50,000. Nominal value of one share is rupees 10 and total authorized capital is 25 lakh. Now directors offered only 20,000 shares to public. So these are issued shares. When issued shares is multiplied by the nominal value of one share, we get issued capital. That is 20,000 issued shares into rupees 10 nominal value of one share, that is 2 lakh. So issued capital is equal to rupees 2 lakh. Now all shares are subscribed by the public. So directors called up only rupees 6 per share. That means out of rupees 10, only rupees 6 has to be paid up by the public. Out of rupees 10, rupees 6 is called by directors and the general public has to pay rupees 6 per share. So the called up capital is 20,000 into called up amount, that is rupees 6, that comes to be 1,20,000. And since the entire called up amount is received from the shareholders, therefore paid up capital is equal to called up capital, that is rupees 1,20,000. Hope now it is clear to you. Now you can easily distinguish between the authorized capital, issued capital, called up capital and paid up capital. Now two more terms carry capital in their name. First is reserve capital and the next is capital reserve. Now what is reserve capital? Company may sometime decide to keep some portion of their capital as a form of reserve so that it can be called upon in the event of winding up. Such portion of uncalled share capital which shall not be called except in the event of winding up of the company is called reserve capital. It is available only for creditors on the event of winding up of company. It is not necessary to create reserve capital, and also it is not shown in the company's balance sheet separately. It can be used only at the time of winding up of the company. Now comes the capital reserve. Now what is capital reserve? It is actually not related to capital. It is the term used with relation to profit. Now what happened? The capital profits are those profits which are not earned in the normal course of business. For example, profit on sale of fixed asset, profit on revaluation of fixed asset, premium on issue of shares and debentures, profit on redemption of debentures, profit earned by a company prior to its incorporation, and profit on forfeiture and reissue of shares. So capital reserves are those reserves which are created out of these capital profits. Capital reserves are shown on the liability side of the balance sheet under the head reserves and surplus. These reserves cannot be utilized for the distribution of dividend. Hope you got the difference between reserve capital and capital reserve. Students, our next presentation will be on debentures, so don't miss it. Visit our website www.tuitiontraffic.com for more information or contact us on 801-398-2359. Hope you like the presentation. Thank you.